Hi, I'm Taylor Kessler, and you're watching Behind the Paw, where we're here today with Zach Nuttall, number 10 for the Sam Houston State University basketball team, where he has made an amazing impact.
Over his head, saved by Mitchell. Back outside, Nuttall three.
So where are you from originally?
Bryan College Station.
Okay, so you went to Bryan High School, correct? So what made you want to play basketball at that high school?
It has rich history when it comes to basketball and sports in general. My two brothers went there and played football. They were football players and had injuries, so that's why I put the football down. So ultimately, basketball became my decision and my choice to play. And at the end of the day, when you play sports, you really work hard to be good and a great player. So that's all that came down to me, and I got rewarded for it.
So I know you said your two brothers are older than you and went to high school at the same school that you went to. So with that, did you look up to them growing up?
I did. I was a big football player. They're about 8 years older than me and then 4 years older than me. So watching them play football, play great, and be great players, but then in the injury, I didn't want that to be the same for me. So I changed my game a little bit and went to a little softer game, as far as contact.
Did you have any difficulties switching from the football role to the basketball role?
The work ethic is the same. You work different for basketball, as far as drills and things like that. But at the end of the day, your work ethic should stay the same whatever sports you're in. So that's all I did, and I just stayed focused and worked hard.
Do you see your career going further with basketball?
I do. I believe I have a chance to continue to play after college, and that's definitely an option that I would love to choose. But I definitely do take my studies very serious so that I can have other opportunities in life as well.
Is there anything that's impacted your life thus far when it comes to basketball or going to Sam Houston?
My parents and my family really have impacted me. Just, making a name great and doing what you have to do to become a better person in your family and start a generation of success. That's what my plan is to be. My mom started it, my brothers are continuing it, and then I'm just trying to continue as well.
The next step, you're a sophomore, so you're starting your classes now, so you're a criminal justice major. What made you want to choose that major?
Growing up, my mom's a probation officer in Brazos County. She played a big role in the community, helping people and impact people's lives. And not only is she a probation officer, she retired and she's a pastor now. So just growing up and watching her really impact people's lives, not only in church, but in Brazos County and in probation officer and just a different role. I liked how she did that.
So your mom was a pastor, so the faith base, is that something that's impacted you in any way?
Oh, it has. I know he's why I'm here. I know he's why I'll stay here, and he's why I'll elevate. So I'm just working hard, knowing every day that it's for him and knowing every day that he's going to guide my steps and, just continuing the process.
So when you are graduating from college, where do you see yourself?
If I keep up with my performance, I could have the opportunity to play basketball for a little bit longer, but I definitely want to be a lawyer.
So your next step, if you don't do basketball, law is the next step.
Yes.
Is there a reason why you want to go into law?
I want to be an immigration lawyer. For right now, what's going on in the world with immigration and the process and everything, I think I could be a big help. At the end of the day, if it's not a lawyer, if it's a probation officer, anything in the law force, just being an impact to the community, being something, being a difference and being right.
Are you doing anything now to impact the community? A measure of a life is its service here at Sam Houston. So what are you doing now to help move forward in that?
We definitely are required to do community service hours. I go back home and do community service hours. I go back home and sit amongst my peers in their practices at Bryan High. And, whatever I can do to tell or, show people the difference, and that's what I do. So
if you have somebody who dreams of being a basketball player or a student athlete, what would you say to them now?
It's a process, it's ups and downs. It's a recruiting process to it, and it's a business. Coaches' jobs and lives, and their paycheck is depending on you. And, that's where your work ethic comes from, knowing if you be able to play, and if you can't provide for them, then they can't provide for you. So, you just have to stay focused, work hard, and just get it done.
How do you manage being a student athlete as well as a full-time workload?
It's not easy, but there's a lot of other athletes that do it, so I don't look at me and say, this is too hard for me, or my body's aching, I can't get up and go to class, but I'll make practice. Everybody's doing it at this time of the year. Everybody's body hurting and everybody's body is aching. So I just push through, get to it, and get it done.
Have you ever had a moment where you thought it was too much for you?
That's every day. After practice, in between practice, like you said, during practice, you feel as if, I don't know if I can take another 2 years. I'm only a sophomore. But that's the fun of it, pushing yourself to levels and pushing yourself to heights that you don't know if you can reach or not, and just continue to go. That's what makes you a stronger man. At the end of the day, maybe your father sooner in life, that's on you.
So what was your life growing up as a younger kid going into the dream of having a basketball career or a football career?
I started off playing football, played a lot of flag, wasn't really into tackle so early, didn't really play football, really contact football until middle school. But growing up, I played basketball with the Boys and Girls Club of my city, and they had all-star teams, Bryan All-Stars, and we would go on trips and play against other cities in their all-star teams. And that's where I found my passion for it, the traveling and, the playing day-to-day, weekend to weekend and winning. So that's where I found my passion.
So you mentioned that you were a part of a Boys and Girls Club. How was that growing up?
Growing up, being a part of Boys and Girls Club, you're the young one. So you grow up and you see the older guys playing, and you want to model their games, and the guys who are in high school right then and there, so you always start from somewhere. You always find somebody to take games from and take moves from, and that's what Boys and Girls Club is, finding a way to elevate your game through others.
So I know you lived in a full house, you had two older brothers. How was that growing up? Did it impact you in any other way? Were you worried about being overshadowed by them?
Not really. I think we all had our time. My bigger brother, he was really good. My middle brother was really good. And then, I think it came down to me. And I think I just got a chip of both of them. Both of them shut off on me. And I think that's why the last child's are always the best, Just having an opportunity to grow up and watch two guys, what they go through, what they grow through, and then, the mistakes. And I think I watched their mistakes, and I've also had my own, but I definitely missed a lot of theirs growing up just because they were there.
So what's something or a life lesson that you had that impacted you or helped you get to where you are now?
Just work hard, faith without work is dead. Everybody who's worked hard has received something, It's not about where you start, it's where you finish, so.
In high school, what was the recruitment process to get to this point? How was that for you?
My recruiting process started my sophomore year. That's when I officially started being contacted by coaches. It started with Cardinal Word, who was in the conference. And then I had a great sophomore campaign, and it grew. And I had about a lot in the conference, so everybody in this conference kind of, liked me and had me out. And then I had Texas State and Oral Roberts and Boston University and Weber State. So I had a really good recruiting process.
So what made you want to choose Sam rather than Texas State or any of those schools?
Being a basketball player, playing sports period, and having a family that I have, the fan base that I have, it's not been a game where I haven't had at least 10 to 12 people, at every game. So I've always been big on, having my support system here for me. So the distance was definitely great, being 45 minutes to an hour away from home. Also, you want coaching staff who's not only seeing a better basketball player in you, but a better man, somebody to help you grow and continue to, progress. And then the environment was great for me. I think I wasn't too big, wasn't too small for me to grow. And I feel like I'm moving well.
So how has your game or who you are as a person impacted the Sam Houston basketball team?
My role is not only big on the court, I think it's big off the court, such as the interview right now. Just being able to say what I need to say, what my team needs to say. Some people can't really, voice their opinions. And, when I get on camera, I think I do it well for the team and what I do. I hope they see that I do it for me and them, So, this interview is not always about me, but certain things my teammates go through as well, that they really can't voice or, put into their own words. So I put them in for me and then for them as well.
So what's something that you would do to celebrate or say about your team?
We work hard together. I mean, it's times in practice where I'm the dead tire, where I'm the lowest, and there's the times in practice where I'm the highest. And we all work hard and help each other push through every day in practice, whether it's mentally, physically, and we get it done.
So what's a normal day like for you as a college student?
I have 2 classes every day of the week. I go to class on Mondays and Wednesdays and Fridays. We have practice 11:30 to about 3, and then we go to the weight room after for about an hour and a half. Tuesdays and Thursdays I have late classes, so we get practice in about 3:30, and then we may go for about 2.5, 3 hours. But anyway, from there we got study hall. Like I said, we have weights, and then sometimes you want some downtime on your own. You have to get food, you have to eat, so that's another 30, 45 minutes finding out that. So it's a long day, but at the end of the day, you know, we're here for a reason. You know, we have a lot of perks,
Yeah.
and we just try to take advantage of it.
So who was your biggest inspiration growing up, whether it be your family member or another basketball player or athlete?
My mom for sure. You know, she works hard. You know, as if she had 4 hands.
Yeah.
So watching her was, you know, it's really good. You know, having her in my corner, seeing how she speaks and how she handles a role and controls a room with people. That's something I've always worked to do growing up. And then from my mom, I can go LeBron James, just seeing how he handles himself on and off the court, you know, not only as a basketball player, but as a father, as a businessman, and just coming from nothing, you know, and becoming something.
So what are you hoping to see in this next season for y'all?
We won the Southland, the conference last year, so we want to win it again. You know, that's one ring, we want to get one more, and we want to grow as a team, you know, find out our weaknesses early and make them strengths, and what we have strength in, we want to make them stronger. So at the end of the day, just have fun. We have seniors on the team, and it's a last ride. At the end of the day, whatever we do, you know, let's have fun and enjoy it. So.
All right, well, thank you so much, and we can't wait to see you on the court this year.
Thank you.
From the corner, he shows you can now. Hooked it over his head, saved by Mitchell. Back outside, Nuttall's 3! There, ACU got away with, but nonetheless, it's still a Wildcat ball. Zach Nuttall again. Play Cats up 33-16. Go ahead.
Nuttall will fire up a 3. Good from the floor right now. As Nuttall drives and he lays it in. 2 good back-to-back Bissett way. And there's a block by Nuttall. Pass it in the paint, shot blocked by. Pass it in the paint, shot blocked by.
Thank you so much for watching this week's episode. Next time, we will have Caroline, the one and only Miss Sam Houston State.